It's Friday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Mariah Afolabi Brown. As always, I have the ladies with me. Hello, Obiajulu.
Hi.
How you doing?
Doing amazing. Thank God it's Friday.
Yay!
I always look forward to Saturday mornings because I will not wake up early. I like to state it like that. So I put off my phone and I wake up about these days, not so
late.
Yeah, not so late.
Yeah.
Really. 9 a.m., 8 to 9, I'm awake. And I just had a lovely breakfast this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, the chef was
Wake up was really generous
he brought
today.
it to Mariah, but she's dieting, so she had to pass the food down to me. Really lovely. Potato pottage and so I think sweet and Irish potato pottage, really nice. I'm looking forward to the weekend, basically. I have activities planned for the weekend.
We're going to the Happiness Center today?
Yeah, that's true.
Fantastic. How are you doing? I love your hair.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I channeled Ina Murayo to rejig the wig to make that work. I'm grateful to God. My weekends now are site inspection weekends, so it's not something like it's like a busy all through. And I don't have a choice because people need to see what they want to buy, and they are only, most people are freer to go to the site on Saturday. So like I'm looking to tomorrow and wondering, oh, we're going to Ekpo again, but yeah, we gotta sell. It's the journey.
Yes, sir. How are you doing, Mariam?
I'm good. I'm excited. I hope it comes across that way.
No, I'm tired, but
Yeah,
you look tired.
Yeah, I slept really late last night, but then I have to talk about. So, Earth Hour is the world's largest grassroots movement for our environment. So, Nigerian Conservation Foundation and WWF would be marking this Earth Hour on Saturday. So it will take like 1 hour where we turn off all like electricity or anything that emits carbon. And we're asking everyone across the world to join us for this. At NCF, it will be about 8 p.m. We'll be there. Just don't turn on your generators. If there's hardly ever light, so that works for most of us in this part of the world. But don't turn on, use candlelight, use your torchlight. For an hour, just to say, you know, we're in this together, saving the planet, saving our environment. We're all in this together. We understand world leaders make their contributions, but unless individuals, every one of us in our different places, our small communities take charge, we will not see a major difference. So, yes.
Nice.
Earth Hour.
For 1 hour. We used to have no lights now for hours.
Yeah, so use candle, don't turn on your gen.
Ganja is dangerous.
It is, so.
Flashlight, yes. They use a flashlight. Okay, cool.
Right.
Cool.
What's the plan for the weekend?
Yeah, today is Friday. Actually, I'm so happy all my meetings got cancelled today, so I'm so excited. Oh, man, I was like, thank you, Jesus. So, I might just do something interesting to myself. My kids, my daughter finally agrees that she needs a tracksuit. So I have to go and look for some. I'll probably go to Surulere to find something. I don't know.
I'll send you my son's size.
I was even going to think you're going to send me the person that you bought your son's one from. So, anyway, I'll just do a few runs here and try to pamper myself a bit. I'm excited about this evening. I'll go there.
Happiness Center.
Happiness Center. We'll be there tonight.
Like 5 p.m., right?
And tomorrow, and tomorrow evening to the same thing.
Yeah.
Sunday
It's a 3-day event. We're going to do some yoga moves, and some
I hope I can.
stretching, and some
meditation
stuff.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Okay, guys, let's go on a quick break. When we return, we go through the front pages of the papers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Terrible him. Okay, we're going to start with The Nation. Convention, why we chose consensus options by APC. $3.27 billion crude oil stolen in 14 months. Over 9.7 million pupils at risk. Obiano regains freedom. Passport seized. Ibrahim ordered to publish court records against AMCON MD. Reps. Section 18, subsection 12 remains part of Electoral Act. Race for PDP kit ticket and a dangerous precedent. I think it's an editorial. Okay, and why police pay rise is delayed by IG. Okay.
Okay, so $3.27 billion crude oil stolen in 14 months. You know, the first time I had heard about this was when when Tunde Lumelu was talking about the theft and the vandalism that's going on in the upstream sector of the oil and gas industry. And so stakeholders came together and they were talking about it and, you know, taking data, and the data has shown that it is a huge amount of vandalism and theft that's happening to the point that it's going to affect us. You know, as they say here, it would affect Nigeria's corporate and economic existence if something is not done about it. And so the government is saying, and the regulatory body, that they'll start criminalizing it, and the days of these thieves are numbered, because it takes a lot for those who are in that industry. It takes so much to, you know, get this crude oil, and then you have it just taken away and stolen. And this is done in such a huge amount that even our economic existence is threatened completely. And I'm just happy that, you know, that they are shining a spotlight on this issue and let Nigerians know, because, you know, many times we blame government, we blame everyone else, but this is an example of we the people. Why are we doing this? And then also there has to be system put in place to disallow and protect, you know, resources from thefts like this.
All right, let me start with the major headline. So the Nasarawa State Governor, who is actually the spokesperson for the National Convention of the APC happening tomorrow, he has said that they've all agreed to align with the President Muhammadu Buhari's consensus candidate, which is Adamu. And he's insisting that they have to do this so that the convention can be hitch-free. All road is leading to Abuja. Every key APC members are all in Abuja right now, preparing for tomorrow's convention. And they also said, very importantly, that they will be adhering to the Electoral Act. That's this controversial Section 84, subsection 12, that is saying that you have to resign. They say that if you're in office right now, you cannot participate in this primaries that's going to happen, and that they said that all the ex-senators are canvassing hitch-free convention, and that who is the preferred candidate is saying, don't be scared of me. I'm going to definitely put everybody's interest at the fore. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. I just hope they have a very peaceful, and I hope there's no violence tomorrow, because everybody's in Abuja right now. Yeah. Okay.
So the United Nations Children Fund, UNICEF, said yesterday that 9.7 million Nigerian pupils are at risk of not returning to school. The figure was 10.5 pupils who were not in school just before COVID-19, but now about 9.7 may not return to school. So they said it yesterday, according to the executive director, Catherine Russell. They were trying to launch a Nigeria learning platform, which is going to be online and offline at the same time. And this learning platform will allow children in nursery, primary and secondary school have access to digital curriculum and learning material. So wherever you are in the part of the country, you'll be able to, you know, use this learning material, whether you're in school or not in school. And they're saying that Nigeria is one of the 20 power countries that has adopted this learning platform, and is a way to rejig our educational system so that we don't have so many children out of school. And even if you're not where you can have access to the classroom, you can use this and not have a gap, a learning gap.
Okay.
So take the police officers. Many police officers were expecting that the president's salary increments that had been given would take effect. But the Deputy Inspector General of Police, DIG John Kokumo, representing the Inspector General of Police, IGP Alkali Baba Usman, was speaking in Oshun and said that there will be delay and that it shouldn't lead to mutiny. Some people are threatening they would go on strike. The police would go on strike if they don't do the payment. And he said there will be there are many ministries involved: the Finance Ministry of Finance, Police Affairs Ministry, Salary and Wages Department, and there will be a lot of computing. That they'll be computing the 20% increase. That, can you imagine just computing 20% increase for all the police officers in Osun State alone? How long it would take? Wow. Talk of the entire nation, that this will take a while, but that we should be patient. The president has given the order. The IGP has already gone around states to assure all police officers that the 20% increase will be implemented. It might just not be immediate, and it might cause a bit of delay in the wages of our security officials, that they should not commit crime because of the patience that many police officers have served this country so far selflessly, sacrificially. They should not use this last-minute delay to turn over the good work they've done for so long. We want to appeal to our police officers to please be patient. All right.
Let's move quickly to the Punch. APC convention at Buhari battles last-minute crisis. Summons governors and chairmanship. Aspirants fail to agree. Suspected cultists invited gang member to rape 22-year-old lover, says police. Dawn talking with foreign partners on Southwest Rail linkage, says Director General. IG distributes 256 trucks, APC, other vehicles, uniforms to formations. Oyo NURTW threatens bloodshed, alleges attacks by park managers. Fashola restates second Niger Bridge 2022 completion date, blames IPOB. Miami's aide resigns, teams up with ex-governors Oni in SDP. 12,977 children among over 200,000 tuberculosis cases recorded in 2021, says federal government. IOC's fear collapse as FG says 1.36 trillion naira crude in 14 months. Okay, which story are we taking?
We'll take the human interest story.
Yes, please.
Yes, so police in Ogun State have arrested 2 suspected cultists for allegedly gang raping a 22-year-old lady in Abeokuta. So according to her story, she's in a relationship with a 38-year-old man, Sheun Orokunle, and on this particular day, she visited this man in his house, and unknown to her, the man had invited his friend over. So she was taking her bath in the bathroom when this friend came in, dragged her out, and 2 of them raped her. They were done with her. They beat her up, raped her. When they were done, the boyfriend soaked her clothes in water so that she doesn't leave immediately. Finally, she was able to get out of the place, and she reported the matter to the police. So they have been picked up, and investigations are ongoing.
Really sad. So Inspector General of Police, we're loving him out. I'm loving him. The Inspector General, the new Inspector General of Police, Usman Baba, has ordered the immediate distribution of additional batches of uniforms, kits, accoutrements, and body armors to police inspectors and other ranks. I mean, part of this was also the allocation of 253 newly procured operational and emergency vehicles to the police formations across zonal states and commands. And this was said by the spokesperson, Mr. Muyiwa, CSP Muyiwa Adejobi. And also they said that he had assured all the administration his commitment to sustaining the regular issuance of uniforms to police personnel, as well as his readiness to continually provide the needful and upgrade needed for the police. So I'm happy about this because, as I said, this was exactly what happened with #EndSARS, with the welfare of the police, the giving them the right equipment, the total overhaul of the police. So we're seeing bits of it here and there, and we'll continue to monitor their progress. Yes, Mariam, want to take a story?
Yes, so it was World Tuberculosis Day on Thursday, and you know, it's celebrated to bring awareness about this disease and how it affects us. And the Minister for Health just reported that no fewer than 207,000 cases of tuberculosis in 2021 was recorded. And out of that number, 12,977 cases were affected children. And, you know, he has said that in our country right now, out of the 36 states, only 28 states have centers that manage drug-resistant tuberculosis, so we need to do a lot more. He talked about how we're doing a lot better when it comes to the HIV tuberculosis, because people with HIV also tend to experience tuberculosis, and they've worked so well that they're seeing better numbers and people are getting better. But when it comes to the children's cases, there are gaps, and so they have to work better concerning that area. We need to do better with our children.
Okay, so I wanted to take the Oyo State story. There's been a major issue between the NURW, the National Union of Road Transport Workers in Oyo State, and a department called Park Management System. So I know that a few months ago, the Oyo governor had said that the NURTW is not allowed within the state, but the lawyer of the NURTW is saying that they haven't been prescribed the cases in court, and the NURTW is threatening bloodshed if the park management system, PMS, does not allow them to collect the funds they usually collect. Also mentioned that the NURTW members are not allowed to visit their office. So what they're saying is park management system is harassing us and threatening us, and we are going to fight back. Now, I know the reason NURTW activities in Oyo State was stalled was to forestall crisis, and I believe that the governor should quickly step in to prevent the crisis, major crisis from happening.
I was going to quickly, before you're going to break, so Fashola, the Minister of Works and Housing, was saying that the second Niger Bridge completion was delayed. Now, Punch said Fashola restates second Niger Bridge 2022 completion dates, blames IPOB. That's very misleading.
Good.
Extremely misleading, because I read the article, you took that story. What he said, actually, was that the second Niger bill failed the delay. They didn't meet the February deadline because of the several factors such as COVID-19 lockdown, hashtag NSAS protest, and the sit-at-home orders by IPOB. 3 things.
Yes.
But they picked out one. Says blames IPOB, and that can actually aggravate anybody that just says the major headline.
We need to be
careful.
careful.
It's really wrong. That's bad journalism.
Thank you for calling them out.
Let's go on a break. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communications story.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup
check.
Are the scripts on the prompter? Script
check.
Are we set in the PCR? All team in place? PCR
check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, lights up.
Okay, thanks for staying with us. We're going to continue with Daily Sun. APC chair, support swells for consensus. Zoning, PDP gives clue to expectation from panel. LG workers, like that's local government workers in Enugu, to receive minimum wage soon, pledges Unwanyi. Mount Kalu under pressure to dump APC. Ex-Anambra Governor Peter Obi joins presidential race amid traditional rulers' endorsement. Second Niger Bridge attains 91% completion, says federal government. 2023 presidency, Southeast women hold 1 million march for Yahaya Bello in Abia. Sylvia Irabo, Komolafe, read Riot Act to oil thieves. Okay, which story are we starting with? Okay.
Has assured local government workers that they will soon join their counterparts in the core ministries to enjoy the 30,000 naira minimum wage. And this came as a result of the threat that was given by the Nigerian Union of Local Government Employees, who, that said that they can only support any political party that prioritizes actualization of local government autonomy in the 2023 election. So I think everybody's just trying to sit up here. And the governor says that they have started, following the modalities to ensure that these local government workers earn their 30,000 naira minimum wage, and they're speeding it up. However, they started paying this minimum wage from 2020, February 2020, but it was just focused on the core ministry. So now they are bringing it down, and the local government workers should be patient. However, the national president of NULGE is saying that the government so far has abused and emasculated local government system to the extent that it now looks like local councils were no more a third tier of government. And he also says the issue of the minimum wage should not be subjected to any further debate. They just want to begin to collect and enjoy this money. And because of the fact that the government is not in line with the grassroots leadership in terms of local government reaching out to people, we are having a lot of agitations in the state, and this needs to stop.
Okay. Let me just give like a continuation to the second Niger Bridge. Right. So some of the other things that the Minister for Works and Housing said was that first of all, the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway and the second Niger Bridge are on course to be completed this year, this 2022. And while the main carriageway of the Abuja-Kaduna-Zaria-Kano Expressway is scheduled to be completed by second quarter 2023. And then he also gave some advice. He said that once these roads are done, people should be careful and not fall into the temptation to exceed 100 kilometers per hour on this road, to avoid accidents and crashes. He also said people who tend to sell PMS, petrol, on this road, that it degrades the road, so we have to take that business off the roads. And he also said, okay, so the part where he said the reasons why it has been delayed, the second Niger Bridge has been delayed, as you mentioned, all the three things that he mentioned. And then finally, he said that the people of Anambra State may have to experience power shortage outage for a short while, because grid will be taken down for maintenance, and they're going to use the opportunity to put up transmission lines. So it's just for a short time to do that, and then things will go back to
so those who are saying Southeast presidential, we don't have a Southeastern presidential candidate. Well, another one has expressed his intention. That's former governor of Anambra State, Peter Obi. He had a meeting yesterday where he was talking amongst some other traditional rulers, where he was declaring his intention. He says that I called you to first thank you all for your support and friendship. I want to inform you that I'm aspiring to be president of Nigeria 2023. According to him, what Nigeria needs is someone with capacity that can manage it and manage it well. We need to move our economy from consumption to production. That's what I'm here for, and Nigeria, we will ensure that there was transparency in Nigeria going forward. So I'm happy for him. I'm
happy for him. He's quite credible. And the people enjoyed him while he was there. He was very down to earth. He would join the buses with them. He just, the way Fashola worked. He connected.
With people. So congratulations to you. And I just pray that may the best man win at the end of the day. Okay, let's move on quickly now to Vanguard. Let's find a story we've not taken. $3.27 billion crude lost to thieves in 14 months. Took that story already. Chidima prison controller Ekwendu redeployed over beauty pageant. APC convention, how Adamu emerged consensus candidate. State of the nation, we all cause Nigeria's woe, says Tinubu. 47,975,000 terrorists surrendered to troops. Bamishe, we are in talks with leading pathologist, says lawyer. EFCC releases Obiano 1 week after arrest, seizes passport. 2023, Peter Obi receives royal blessing as he declares for president. And strikes worsen varsity education, pro-chancellor tells FG, says ASU. Okay.
So let me take the EFCC story quickly. Former Governor Willie Obiano, immediately after handing over, came to Lagos and was about to jet out of the country, and he was arrested a week ago. Exactly 1 week after the EFCC have released him. The allegations for his arrest was misappropriation of public funds, including 5 billion naira Shopee funds, 37 billion naira security votes, which was withdrawn in cash. The allegation was the money was used allegedly to finance political activities within the state. That's from the head of media and publicity of EFCC. Now he's been released. The part of the bail conditions for his release included that he should drop his international passport. We've had a lot of media trial. We're really hoping that EFCC would carefully track how this 42 billion was spent and justice be served. If somebody is guilty, he should serve his time.
Yeah, so the Conference of Pro-Chancellors of State-Owned Universities in Nigeria, COPSUN, yesterday they had a conference and they lamented the incessant industrial action by ASU, saying that this is an impediment to improving quality education in the country's higher institution. They said the conference happened in Osogbo, and according to Malam Yusuf Ali in their communique, which I want to quote quickly, says the current strike by the Academic Staff Union of Universities and the consequences for the prospects of the already traumatized institutions of higher learning in the country. The Committee of Pro-Chancellors of State-Owned Universities, COPSUN, restates its long-standing position that strikes cannot be a solution to industrial problems. It is observed that it's high time ASU sought alternative ways of venting grievances and demonstrating that lecturers were equal stakeholders in the Nigerian project. So they went ahead to say that COPSUN and ASU are in this together. However, they just use different strategies to get the same things. But that the government needs to reassure ASU that they are part of the system and carry them along in whatever it is that they are doing. They also complained about the fact that we have so many so many private universities which needs to be regulated because they are not really seeing the impact. They have over 91 already, and it's not like we're seeing the impact. They also mentioned about state universities, saying that states are now using it as a constituency project. So my state, my local government must have a university. Meanwhile, the ones they have already, they are not properly funded. So we need to look into all of this.
Okay, I was going to just take just a side comment that the lady, the controller, Mrs. Ekwendu, the controller of the Kirikiri female prison, has been redeployed to Alagbon in Ikoyi, and that's people are suspected because of what happened with the beauty pageant that happened, and where that followed a lot of social media criticisms of why would they allow such a pageant within the premises of the prisons, but she has been redeployed. That's the only story. There's nothing else on that story. Okay, we have to wrap up very shortly. Let me see. We don't have any more. Nigerian Tribune, is there any important story we missed out? PDP. I was going to take part PDP because I'm really interested in their zoning matter, what is going on, what they finally decided. But is there any story in Tribune? APC convention of...
I have 6 people who were abducted, kidnapped.
Let's take that story quickly.
Yes, so they said 6 persons, including some members of the NYSC, on their way from Boko, and they were kidnapped around Ochadamu community in Ogun State by gunmen. So according to the driver's story, he said he just saw a lot of gunmen all of a sudden, and then he knew that if he had started running, they would shoot and probably destroy the vehicle. So he parked, and then they came in, they asked all of them to get out of the car. They were by the bush, and they took 6. I think there were 13 passengers in the bus. They took 6 of them, and now they are requesting 6 million. So amongst them was a pregnant woman, an orphan child. That one, they are beginning to negotiate with the kidnappers, and that orphan child, the people taking care of him, says it's only 80,000 naira that they can, offer. And immediately that happened, the driver drove to a certain point and saw some naval officers, reported the matter to them. Those ones went into the bush to check for the kidnappers. They didn't find them. And then he went the next day to the police to report. They said he should get away from there. So these people are now liaising with the kidnappers themselves to negotiate. Yes, a copper is among them.
Okay, we have to wrap up, but I guess this story of PDP is just the fact that they set up a 37-man committee on this zoning matter. So remember, they're still having this issue of should we zone or should we focus on who can win? So that is the going back. They have a culture, they have a reputation of zoning in their party, and they're employing others to align with the zoning. So if zoning means that we have to find a southern candidate, but the others are saying it's southeast. Well, they just say southern. They didn't say southeast. Just a southern candidate. That's what they said.
Okay.
But they're saying that might not be beneficial to them when it comes to the initial party, because for them it's like zoning is not.
So party's interest first.
Zoning for them is not paramount now at this time, because they want to beat a ruling party who has the capacity to win. And if you're doing that, zoning might not be what they need.
According to get them the cup.
They're saying that they don't think Nigerians will vote.
Maybe.
Well, you know, so it's interesting.
Possible. Let's see how
all
it
the
plays out.
political dynamics playing out. We'll see how it plays out, you know. Let's go on a break. It's Friday. When we come back, we move on to our next topic. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy eSplash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communications story.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy eSplash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
Thanks for staying with us. All right, so before we move on, according to a highly placed personnel at the NYSC, they said that the lady in question that you mentioned earlier has been released and has since joined the copper, has been released and has since joined the rest of her colleagues at the orientation camp in Benue State.
Thank God.
Okay, so joining us on the show now is the brand manager of the Pepsodent brand in Unilever, Tolulope Okuneye. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Good to have you.
Thank you.
So we know people are talking about World Oral Health Day. What's the significance of this day and why is Pepsodent celebrating it?
Okay, thank you very much, Mariah. Pepsodent is very passionate about our consumers beyond just selling good products, even though we have that. But we're very passionate about you taking important care of your oral health. Because what we found out is many Nigerians, and is basically globally, do not pay attention to their oral health. So we're very careful about how we look, very careful about how we feel in our bodies. But when it comes to your oral health, you just feel it's about brushing in the morning and then you go. But World Oral Health Day has been put aside to create awareness among people and tell them, first you need to brush morning and night to have proper oral health, and then you have to pay attention to your oral health beyond just brushing.
Yes. So this year's theme is don't wait until it's too late. What does that mean?
Okay, so this year, Pepsodent specifically, we picked that theme because we found out that, I mean, if I take a census right now, how many of us have seen a dentist this year? Maybe you know.
I was there now. Day before yesterday, when my tooth.
Okay, because it fell off. Exactly.
No,
So
but I was there 2 months ago to clean.
Okay, that's great. But the average Nigerian wouldn't even. Wouldn't even check on a dentist. Exactly. Yeah. So we are saying don't wait until it gets really bad. Don't wait until you have a tooth hole or you have issues with your mouth or something. Normally, you should see a dentist twice every year for just checkup. That's the same way you do an overall body checkup. So you should see a dentist. So that's what we are pushing. Don't wait until it's too late. Talk to a dentist.
We have tons of toothpaste. Go to the malls, you see plenty of them.
Absolutely.
What makes Pepsodent stand out?
Okay, I'll speak to it from 2 different points. First, from our formulation, and I think I have a little strength to speak about that because of my background. And then I'll also speak about what we do in terms of purpose. So first, in terms of our formulation, if you look at a lot of toothpaste, they'll just tell you strong teeth or they'll say fresh breath. But we've carefully formulated to ensure that we give you triple protection. So when you look at Pepsodent, you actually see Pepsodent triple protection. So we're ensuring that we'll give you protection against tooth holes, which is usually cavities, and then we'll also give you fresh breath after use, and then you also have white teeth. So we have this ingredient called perlite that helps to take out stains from the teeth, So that's what we do. That's what we're offering ahead of other brands. And then in terms of our purpose, so like I said, we're not just about selling brands. We're also trying to pay attention to the consumer. So for instance, for the past 5 years, we've been able to reach about 5 million children across Nigeria teaching them how to brush and giving them products just to facilitate their brushing habits. This year, we have a target to reach 1 million children, teaching them the same things, telling them how to brush morning and night and giving them products. Aside that, we also do what we call free dental checkups. So we set up dental camps across the country. We do it periodically, and we allow people to see their dentist for free. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so I think the visits to the schools got to my kids.
Oh, nice.
Because
I'm happy.
They came, and I was trying to... it's
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you forgot.
Say, oh, yeah, that's true. We got it, right.
But the reason I registered was because my son said, oh, how come students gave us toothpaste and we can't use it because the age... So do you have... What about children? Because I know that for younger children, it's there's an age gap there. So why can't children use it, and should some people watching now probably allow their kids to use it? Would you explain why they shouldn't
so I think there's a misconception. If you check the pack, it says for children below the age of 2, use a pea size.
Okay.
So they can actually use it, actually. But it's just that you have to regulate the size that you're using, and then it has to be monitored brushing. However, the brand is also working on bringing out specific toothpaste for children, working around flavors. So that's in the
Because I thought about that, because kids like something sweet. You know, they always like these nice colors.
So we're working around all of those flavors.
So I know that endorsement is an important thing, and I saw that you have the endorsement of the National Dentist Association. What does that mean to your brand?
Okay, so for our brand, it's just credibility. And this is not about just going to dentist and say, hey, endorse this. There's a process. So we're open to that process. We allow them test end-to-end our product, and they can certify it. And the interesting thing is the NDA is so confident about Pepsodent because we even have a close partnership with them. So for all of their activities where they also do free dental checkups, they'll always come back to us for samples. They can trust Pepsodent. And so for us, it's about the credibility for people to know that we're endorsed by dentists. So if we say we're giving you this, this, and that, you can be rest assured that you'll get it.
Okay, for the benefits of people watching and some of us who don't like to brush at night, why do we need to? Why is it important that we brush day and night?
So as a microbiologist, I can speak to this very properly. Every time you eat, so naturally, you have things we call the natural microflora in the mouth. And they're just there sometimes to even act as guards to prevent other dangerous bacteria from coming to your mouth. But what happens is, if you leave food in your mouth overnight, so you've had your dinner, and you leave food overnight, what happens is those microorganisms become so agile and they begin to break down the sugars in your mouth. Because you're sleeping, you're not active, they're very active. And so by the time they begin to break down all of these sugars, it results into breaking even some part of your tooth. And that's how tooth holes come about and tooth decay. So aside brushing in the morning, it's very important that you brush at night so that at least it's two things. You can take out all of the food remnants and sugar. So even if the bacteria want to get active, there's nothing to work on.
Wow, they didn't explain it like this to us.
But people say that if you use the mouthwash at night, it's fine. Is that true?
Well, it's not fine, and I'll tell you why. Your mouthwash is liquid, so it will just take out what's on the
surface.
Thank you. But what your brushing does for you is it helps you go into the corners, and that's where your bacteria stays, because they're smart. I'm sure we all know that there are things like, bacteria have the ability to modify themselves and mutate. So they're really smart. They know how to hide in the crevices. So if you don't brush and you just use your mouthwash, well, you get that freshness, but you don't get out everything you need to get out.
I'm scared.
So I know that Pepsodent, you just do toothpaste, but I would like your advice on what sort of toothbrush is the best.
Right.
So is it the regular manual one or the automated ones for adults and for children?
Okay,
the hard one.
No. So first, I'll speak to that hard, because I know that's the average Nigerian. Even my husband will say, if it's not hard, it's not clean.
He's not brushing.
That's wrong. Because when you use toothbrush that's too hard, you end up taking out your enamel. So sometimes when we see your teeth is changing color, it's because of the hard toothbrush. You're gradually taking out the outer part of your teeth, which is called enamel. Now, to the electric and normal toothbrush, for adults, I would rather say if you can afford an electric toothbrush, it does the job well. Because it's just, for instance, I want to move my goods from point A to point B. If I have a truck, it's faster than a wheelbarrow. So that's exactly what the electric toothbrush does for you. It's been programmed to exactly go into the places it needs to go to. And so there's a way to brush that a lot of people don't know. So people just go But there's a direction.
I was doing like this. I was laughing at myself.
I can imagine. So you have to brush away from your gum in a matching direction, as if you're trying to match. So it's like out and up, out. And your mouth has to be a gap, like wide open, not together.
Hey.
Yes. So what electric toothbrush does for you is it already has that mechanism. So you don't have to stress it. You just put it and then it goes up, down, and you're really good.
We have to find this toothbrush.
We have to run, but thank you so much.
Thank you.
I think you've sold your market.
Very well.
Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to break now. We'll come back on to other hot topics. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
All right.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
Thanks for staying with us today. We'll be discussing unconditional love. There are billboards on social media platforms. Everybody's talking about. The aim is to demonstrate that love of a mother and child. So we'll be seeing this hashtag unconditional love across the board. And we just thought it was important for us to talk about unconditional love, especially because Mother's Day is around the corner. So what does unconditional love to me? What does unconditional love mean to you, Tokwe?
Okay, so for me, unconditional love is this strong bond that you can't explain. So, and I think that Mother's Day being around the corner just reminds you, because the moment I had my kids, the moment like I went through that delivery, I looked at my mom differently, because I understood what I went through, and I'm like, wow, this is, so my love transcended to another level for my mom. And now I have these two boys that they can do no wrong. Okay, even when they do wrong, I still love them. Like, you know, when we have this comedy that monkey don't find, but mama like him. Yeah. It's unconditional love. Like, you know your child is going through stuff. You are tired, but you still love that child. And the bond between a mother and a child is the best way to describe unconditional love.
Yeah. This reminds me of when we were in secondary school and I said, what is love? Love is a feeling you feel when you feel a feeling you've never felt before. So for me, unconditional love is love without limits. You know, love without, of course, conditions, but just without limit. And when it comes to mother and child, it's like, I don't even know how people would categorize that love, because it's just, that's you, that is what you are, that's the essence, that is, you are the unconditional love, they are the unconditional love, you know, that is what you're in. And like you said, Tokwe, when I had my first child too, I felt so differently about my mother. Just this new respect and just understanding. I mean, you could have made that choice of not going through this, but you decided to go through this. And after all this experience, you still would make so many sacrifices for me. See, my very first example of unconditional love is my mom. My mom has made so many sacrifices for her children. And, you know, today when we talk about all the things that women can do, oh, think about yourself, do this for yourself. My mom never thought about herself first. She always thought of us first. Many decisions, many things that she gave up because of us. And I know that these days we talk about how women should do it differently, but I'm grateful that she made those sacrifices for me and for my younger one. So
that's interesting. See, that statement you made is a whole day's topic. Because a lot of young people are not willing to make that kind of sacrifices today. And you think about in future, see how and you think to yourself, okay, how do I weigh this? I need to be happy for myself. You know, coaches to tell you, think of yourself. You can't give from an empty cup. You can't give from an empty you can't give an empty cup. And you're thinking, but I'm sacrificing this thing because of this. This result, you know, so there's so many factors, but you know, it's a different day. So what is unconditional love to you, madam?
For the benefits of Mother's Day coming up, I wouldn't beg to differ on this matter.
But you can actually
let's just stick, because I have seen so I know generally, even the scripture says, can a mother abandon her suckling child? So the general is that love, that unconditional love, is there naturally, just the same way God loves us unconditionally, and that's what a mother feels for somebody, another human being who has passed through her. There's just this attachment you cannot explain. But we've also seen some cases, which is, let me say, like the 1% of people who naturally don't have that connect, that unconditional love is not there. We have those aside. But for me, unconditional love is love in spite of, not because of. The difference we see now is people are beginning to love even their own children because of what they think they can get, the situations around them, what the society, the status. If you don't have children, they look at you like you're a barren woman, so let me just have them, just pop them out without even making plans on how to take care of them because of. But the true love we're talking about today is for those women who have sacrificed in spite of. There's this woman around me who has given so much for her children. And there's this particular child that keeps bringing her pain. And the last time we had a conversation, she said, he's my child. Can I abandon him? I will love him. Even if I have to follow him to, prison, take him to rehab, I have to do everything within my power because he's my seed. I cannot. That's the sort of unconditional love that we're talking about today, and that's what we are celebrating. And as young mothers, we are beginning to understand. I was looking at my children one day, and I was thinking in my head, is there anything these beautiful angels will do to me tomorrow that will make me say I can't love them? I don't think so, because they are from me. It's like me saying I will no longer love myself. And also, there's this part of, when you talked about life coaches, we say you cannot give from an empty cup. Some people feel like their parents haven't given them enough because those parents were they were running on empty. They did the best they could do with the abilities and the resources that they had. So they couldn't give you more. You were expecting more because you are full of love. You're a love child. It's like you are a 10-gallon pint of love. And this parent has just 2 pints. She will do or he will do the best that he or she can with what's available to her. So in talking about unconditional love, we also need to talk about forgiveness because they go together. You understand that, well, she did what she could do with the resources available to her. I know better. How do I love my children better?
That was powerful stuff you just said there. Because it struck a chord with me. Growing up, my mother wanted to give more, but she didn't have that more to give. I mean, the love, she wanted to love me so much, but I knew, but she couldn't express it. She didn't know how to express it. But it was, from her way of loving is giving you, make sure you're okay, you have the best dress, nice shoes, there's a help with you, there's a, but that's communication where you and I are sitting now with that bond. I craved for that. But as I grew up into an adult, I understood what her shortcomings were and why she couldn't achieve that. But you see, my own experience of unconditional love was, as much as I share what you guys have also shared, when my mother was sick, and I wasn't even thinking of anything else. It was just getting the woman the best care we could find. I didn't even, everything else was on standstill. I wasn't even, my brother was eventually gave a speech and he appreciated the work I did. For me, it was nothing. You simply,
I know that.
I'm like, so he was so appreciative, and I'm thinking, how did I do?
No question.
I just had to do the job.
It also reminds me, you remember the accident that I told you I witnessed?
Yes.
A mother and her 2 sons, this particular, and everyone said, even though she was the last person in the vehicle and she had serious wounds, she just kept shouting for her sons. My sons. She did not think about herself.
She didn't 1 minute.
She didn't even realize where she, what she had gone through. She just kept asking for her sons, and that's what I'm saying. You can't explain it. It's like
it's magical.
Is me. This is me. Yeah, these are my fingers and my toes. I'm like, it's just a part of me, and I cannot but be those things.
Let me just drop something. Unconditional love should also come to oneself. We must love ourselves unconditionally. And most of the time, we're busy loving everybody, but we don't love ourselves.
Exactly.
And so while we're extending unconditional love to other people and expecting unconditional love, we should also love ourselves because we're not perfect. We must love ourselves unconditionally and accept our own flaws.
That's a fabulous way to end this segment. Thank you so much, Takwe. That's all we can take. When we come back, move on to other topics. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy East Flash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With News Bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience, millions of viewers.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup
check.
Are the scripts on the prompter? Script
check.
Are we set in the VCR? All team in place? VCR
check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, lights are. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup
check.
Are the scripts on the prompter? Script
check.
Are we set in the VCR? All team in place? VCR
check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, lights are. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission.
Thanks for staying with us. So if you're a football lover, today is your day. So TVC will be broadcasting the very important 2022 World Cup qualifier match between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Black Stars of Ghana. It's going to be 8 p.m. tonight, so watch out for it. You don't have to go on cable. You can watch it right here on TVC. Okay, so Those of us that love to eat healthy, today's topic is for you. And the reason is because a husband is complaining. And he actually sent out a very interesting post, about a 4- or 5-page post, which I'll try to paraphrase. What he's saying that when his wife started this healthy living diet, you know, there are different names. Let's not put any name forward here. According to him, initially it was cute, you know, eat healthy, make salad this day, you stop carbs, stop this, stop that. But after a while, she now got to the point where it's now very impulsive, in the sense that every little thing anything that is sweet that comes to the house, the wife really throws it out. So, for example, he gave an example where his friend bought cake for his children, and the woman said, "We don't eat cake in this house," and she threw it out. She doesn't buy sweets for the kids, doesn't buy chocolate. Like, the house is just very dry.
Ew.
He wants to eat proper Nigerian food, but she complains about the oil, the beef that is in there, the calories, the amount of carbohydrates they're eating, and he is frustrated. He's tired of this. And he's saying, what can he do? Now, this comes home to us because we're all trying to lose weight. And we're all mothers here, and we're all trying to have good, healthy eating habits.
That's better.
How do we find a middle ground in this situation? You can call us on 081-270-53687, 09139076948. You can also tweet us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read the tweets. Have you guys, first of all, before we even go to solution, have you experienced this where, I know I have experienced this.
I think all of
But
us.
who would like to go first?
So let me tell you, in my house, we don't use MSGs. So seasoning cubes. And I feel like we have adjusted. We have all adjusted. Yes. Everybody eats like that. But then I found my husband's secret stash of the liquid seasoning that he hides somewhere when I'm not there, that he puts in his food. And I found it, I didn't say anything, I trashed it. And then weeks later, I found another one, a bigger bottle in the place. So it happens. And I have, you know, there used to be a time that I would have described myself like this woman, I was a tyrant. But the man is another, he was like, see, madam, do you, your life journey is different from mine. I would make my bad choices and live, you know, and live with them. You do you. And as for your children, allow me to buy them some small, sweet things. So I try to make, you know, we try to balance. But the thing that bothers, especially someone who's trying to be on a healthy lifestyle, is that you're surrounded by many people not on that path. So what helps is that you want to have a community of people, because that's how you support yourself, you support each other, and keeps you on track. When you don't have that support, you're likely to, you know, fall off the wagon here and there. But then when it's a whole family that is involved, and then you have friends that are involved, it's so much easier. And so I can understand her own is trying to make sure that we're all involved. But I always say that remember that you're dealing with other adults, and then children also have different needs. You don't have to put them on a strict diet. It does not work.
Interestingly, because the lady, according to this article, the lady also kept telling her husband that your taste buds will adjust. You don't use your taste buds will adjust. You'll be okay. And which is probably what you also thought, that your family's taste buds will adjust. But in my own case, I mean, my kids don't like to have stuff. I mean, I like just yesterday, I came back home with marshmallows for them, you know. And I give it to them to share. But my husband will be complaining, why would you give? You know, because he's a healthy buff. He likes things to be healthy around the house. He will eat it all because he knows he exercises. But he doesn't want everyone to have eating it. So you give my child chocolate, that dad will take it from me because you're not exercising. Me, I'm exercising, I can't eat it. You know, stuff like that. But have you experienced this?
Have I experienced it? That's a question. My sister. The first time I decided to become a vegetarian, my darling, I had a problem because the way we cook in my house, you know, I'm from a part of Nigeria where the soup, you won't see space in the soup. Everything is fighting for attention, yes. And we do with all manner of stockfish, different things. Yeah. And I found it difficult to cook without all of those. It was a struggle. I was only able to survive for so I would do my separate meal and then do for the house without tasting, because I'm not supposed to taste it. It was a battle, and I survived that vegetarian waka for just 3 months. And I packed up. Then my husband was bearing, he was just, He'll be eating alone. He's not used to eating alone. He likes to eat together. I started again when I felt I had a housekeeper who could cook. So I'll give her the menu for the house, do the meats, snails, stockfish, and everything for everybody, then do mine. And then I had another problem. You are dividing us in this house. We have decided that we must eat together as one. Every time, we must eat together. And then I said, but we're eating something different. You say, bring it, bring it. You will now mix my own and his own. And then he's using his swallow to touch this. This will not work in this house. Then, another problem I had was, even when he lets me eat my food separately, when he's eating he's used to feeding me. He will now bring meat. Baby, I said I'm a vegetarian. He said, so because you're a vegetarian, you will not collect meat from your husband. It becomes an issue. So after a while, I just said, God, I don't know what you're teaching me. But right now, I see this vegetarianism, I have to rest it. I don't know when I'm going to pick it up again. So it's been a battle trying to get all your family members to adjust. They actually need it because everybody, almost all of them are quite overweight. They're big for their age and everything. And even him, he struggles with his weight because he's really big. He doesn't look big, but let him stand on the scale. You know his numbers.
But you see, the lady here was saying that her own mother had health issues. So she was trying to prevent her family from that same experience. And that's why she's trying to inculcate this new healthy. But the problem is that, must we force children into this?
Okay, so let me put it this way. I think that what she probably is going through is trauma and fear, and she's projecting that fear and living in that fear that she doesn't want this thing to happen. Because my aunt, I grew up knowing my aunt never putting salt in her food. And that's because she just feels everybody in her family usually has high blood pressure and diabetes, and she doesn't want it. So she conformed everyone within her house not to eat food with salt. It was so hard, like it wasn't comfortable, but that she was able to do that. In my own experience, I have tried this in and out of diets, and my husband really isn't bothered about my diet because he will sort himself and eat, but then he would bring a bowl of
ice cream
of food, whatever food, at around like 10 p.m. and then he wants to show me love by feeding me at 10 p.m. and he was happening a lot consistently. So he started feeling like, why would he want to eat with me and then I would not want to eat?
Why don't love him anymore?
He doesn't understand that if one day food would not destroy.
That's what they always say.
Yeah. So I had to, and then the other thing that happened was because I was dieting, I wasn't cooking as much. So BC even tried. BC was even making
their own for them.
I was cooking less. My meals reduced. My variant of meals changed, and so it was like, so we don't eat in this house anymore because you are now dieting. So that was the drama in my house, and I just realized that as couples, we need to make sacrifices for one another. You know,
So who should be sacrificing here?
I don't know again.
Is it you that are dieting?
You must explain the journey and let them buy in. If they don't buy in, you cannot force it on them.
So they buy in for a time and they relapse.
Let me come to Dr. Moyo, then I come to Mariam. Dr. Moyo, are you there? Thanks for calling.
Yes, I am.
Good morning. Good morning. Yes, sir.
Yes, I was just laughing when I was listening to your individual stories, and I could relate to all of them. I'm not married though, but I have a friend that is a foodie. She's a caterer, she's a foodie. And her kinds of food are always very attractive. When I was even deciding that I want to do fit farm, I want to be slim, I want to lose weight, that's when she would come and cook for very attractive from office. I just did it, I'll try it now. She tried to encourage me. I love her, but this food, it's not good for me. I'm trying to watch my weight. She was like, so is this one thing will not kill you? Now, tomorrow she will bring cake. Another time she will bring another type of fancy food. And when I saw that this thing is not helping me, I started shifting from her. Not because I hate her, but I want to, I need my own way. I need to control my weight and all of that. But when she noticed that, she started getting offended. So I tried to explain it to her, but the solution I decided was that this thing is, I love you, but it's not good for your health.
Thank you, Dr. Moyo. Let me come to Mariam, because you said that in your own case, your husband was hiding the seasoning. But you see, that's your husband trying to hide it. But some people will say, Some people will spark for you that we're not doing it again in this house. Please put seasoning cube in my food. But you still have somebody that is at least hiding. So how would we solve this problem?
So Obiajulu has a good solution, which is maybe have different meals. And then you hope that the person understands the journey that you're on. And, you know, with Moyo, she also said that she was able to leave, you know, she tried to distance herself from her friend. You can distance yourself from your friend. You can distance yourself from your husband or your wife. And so what I try to do personally in the house is some of the meals are enjoyed by everyone. You see my salads. Ima makes the salads for us in the house. She loves it. Every time she will call, Mommy, please don't forget avocado. And she makes it so well. And we love that particular salad because it has the vegetables and then it has chicken and fish and whatever. Everyone eats that. Everyone loves pepper soup. Everyone's loved the catfish pepper soup. So there are meals that we can eat together. And then they know that there are some meals that they're like, what's that you're eating? And then they can eat their own. So it's not that you must force everyone. My husband works out, you know, he works out like every day. So he can even afford to make some bad choices. And he does that. And when he does it, he will tell you, I'm going to work it out. With the children, though, I have become a lot more relaxed. I used to be a lot more strict, to the point that when my children go out and they get a bottle of soft drink, you will see their eyes. They'll be looking like, my God, I cannot believe this is happening to us. We get to eat sugar. And he used to bother me like, why are you people drinking like this? So now I allow them to eat. Before, when you bring chocolate sweets to my house, we will spend the whole year eating the chocolate because you eat it once a week. They also know now there are some noodles, whatever. In my house, it's once a month. And if you eat it more than once a month, you know that you're not eating it until the 3rd month or the next 2 months. You know, but I'm a bit more relaxed. And you're a tyrant. Now that I'm relaxed, I see my children, they're looking a bit chubbier. They look like, you know, my son has some bum. I'm like, okay, it's good for you.
You know, so, let me take Kelechi. Good morning, Kelechi. Are you there?
Morning, good morning.
Morning, you're live.
Okay, please, will you please, is it possible to take you back a little bit?
Absolutely. It's your view. Okay. Let it count. Go ahead.
Okay. Please, it's about the topic you discussed yesterday.
Okay.
It was a topic after my heart, but you mixed it up.
Okay.
And I was not comfortable with it.
Okay.
That thing that happened on that video.
Oh, I really wanted to hear that. Please, could you find out which one of the topics?
Can I even remember this?
But I'd love to hear. Please, if you can try calling him back. It's been nice to hear. I'm not sure which it was.
Please, and if you're online, you can send a message.
Yeah, send a message on Instagram or whatever.
You know, I remember this Desperate Housewives. One of them, Bree, who always ensured, see, she don't throw away her face, who always ensured that everybody must eat accordingly. You must sit well, the meals must be proper. And the kids were always tired. And looking at, can we just have pizza? Can we just have burger? Can we just, you know? So I realized very early that these kids will get to a time where I can't make all the choices for them. I can only point them. See, even the adult self, is he allowing me to make a healthy choice? Me, I know what he needs that work for him. Me, I work out. He's not a workout person. So I can afford to eat anything. I know how to get it done. This morning, I had done like 200 squats before coming here today. So I know how to, because my father is a sportsman. I grew up doing all of those. So it's easier for me to just get into routine. But it's not for him. And I know what he needs to. But he just feels, now that I'm making small money, let me at least enjoy it now. Stressing me. You know, before when we were starting, okay, we can't afford this, we can't. Now I can afford. You're still telling me I cannot eat something.
You know, interestingly, you know, my own mentality is if I deny my kids too much, when they get older, they will crave it so much. Because it happened to me. I think I told you guys when they beat me up almost to stupor when I went to go and take biscuits. Remember my dad's experience. And for many years, I didn't eat biscuits because I was beaten up for eating biscuits. So for many years, when I traveled to the US and I just see cookies everywhere, oh my God. You
forgot yourself.
I was over. Now I'm a cookie addict. I love cookies. Chocolate chip cookies, pecan cookies, macadamia cookies, everything. Chocolate. So everything. So for me, that's why I let them know what these things are. And then make sure, let them know that, okay, you can just have a little more in moderation. Because if you have too much of it, you gain too much weight. But is that how to moderate with your spouse? You want to eat healthy.
Adults.
You want to look like a supermodel for you. But at the same time, the husband doesn't want to do the work.
So healthy food must taste good. I'm not a believer in healthy meals that you are starving yourself and it doesn't taste good, because what you do is build an unsustainable diet. You can't sustain it because it doesn't taste nice.
Let me pause you for a second. I'm sorry, Abdullah's holding. Abdullah, are you there?
Yes,
You're
there.
live. Go ahead, please.
Good morning, my beautiful ladies.
Good morning, sir.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you very clearly. Go ahead, please.
What I want to contribute is that the most difficult things for any human being to experience to change their diet, very difficult.
True.
You know, for example, like when I was developing, maybe when my sugar level was high, what I did, I went to the hospital to go and see a doctor. My doctor, they say he wanted to see my wife because of the sugar level. Why will he see my wife? He said, no, he just want to advise her on one or two diets that are supposed to be taken. Advise her on what? He said, okay, there's no problem. The next day, I took my wife to the hospital. You know, he started explaining, don't add sugar, don't eat meat, even meat, no matter the kind of health that I have in this world, I can never stop eating meat. No matter.
It's true now.
Me, if you give me food without meat, most of all, any food I swallow from my childhood, I will never eat, no matter how hungry am I. I will never eat. That is what is still imbued on me at this age. That is what happened. He said, no, okay. When he said, okay, I heard you all those things, because me, I know what I would do. You know? Okay,
exactly. Thank you, Abdul. Thank you. Let me go to break. When I come back, I'll come to you. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Àwọn kan wà tí wọ́n bá kú tọ́jọ́ kú wọn ò tí ì pé wọ́n á papòdà síbòmíì.
Is that how you gonna say it?
Ọkọ̀ tí wọ́n sọ yẹn.
Ó ṣe wá kọ̀wé ránṣẹ́ yìí pé òun fẹ́ rí mi kájọ fojúkojú yìí kò yé èmi o.
Bó ṣe pé ẹ̀rí ẹ̀mí lẹ́kùnmọ́ àyà mi sì sọ kí.
Torí kí ni?
Àkọ́yẹ́ kọ́ mọ̀ pé jẹ́rẹ̀ ẹ̀mí lẹ́kùnmọ́ yọmọ mú yẹn rí flashback jọ́ ìkí ọmọ tó mọ̀ ẹgbọ́n mọ́.
Thanks for staying with us. So we still have Edda on the line. Good morning, Edda. Are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. You're live. Go ahead, please.
It has to do with the food. Some years we got. Hello, can you hear me?
Sorry, we can't hear you, Edda.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Some years back, my husband was diagnosed with diabetes. That was during the COVID period. I was home and we don't stay together. I stay in Abuja, he stays in Benin. So they called me that I should come home. When I got home, and it had to do with his food and all that. You know, we don't stay together. So normally the nannies are with the children and him, and they do funny cooking there. They gave us a menu to follow. So after he was discharged, they stuck with those menu that was given to them. And I want to thank God that he has, you know, he's doing better and he's doing well. So what we eat in our home really, really, really matters. Most times when I get home, I just will find out that it's more interesting to eat than the normal, because you see them, they have their portions, you know, there's vegetables, there's compared to the regular food that we just...
But Ida, do your kids get frustrated that they can't eat the sweets and the party packs, stuff like that?
They're even good with the diabetic menu. They're even okay with the diabetic menu, because for me, it's even better and even richer than what we take normally. You know, they have like portions. Maybe the portion of rice might be smaller, lots of vegetables, you know, veggie and fruits and all that. So I think the kids are really fine with that menu. Because most times, if you prepare, they'll say, no, they want to eat that food.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Edda, for sharing your story. That's an interesting,
I was saying before the caller came in before the break that healthy food should taste good. And that's what our last caller just said. So healthy food must taste good. And I think that in our bid for diet, we shouldn't do fad diets, because usually where the issues come in is where you do that, I want to lose 10 kg in 1 week, kind of. So you are now on watermelon diet for 1 week. Oh, I'm doing only eggs for 1 week. That's usually where the problem comes in, where everybody around you is wondering, are you okay? It's this, you can't sustain this. So I think that we all must, as women or as men, whoever is going through, we must learn to make lifestyle choices that can be sustainable for a long time. Eat food that you would enjoy eating. Meal is for
But sometimes, these things are, you need time. You need to be there to make it yourself, because these are things that you can't be going to work, doing a 9 to 5, and then come back home and start thinking, what do I combine? So sometimes the junk food is the easiest thing to pick up.
Just throw something in, please, because there are people that's like the man that said, I can never stop eating meat. Many times we see men that are sort of like stuck in their ways and say, I cannot stop it, even in the face of impending death. Like they've given you yellow card. You say, no, I'm going to wake up and drink.
Every day and I die.
So it's important that we must be open to living a good quality life and making the sacrifices that will help us enjoy long term.
So now, in answer to that is that we need to understand that we can't control another adult human being. And you may watch your husband or your wife doing something and you know in your heart that this is wrong and this may lead to, something serious, but the most you can do is advise that adult.
Yeah.
Your children, on the other hand, you can help. And I just want to go back to the part where you say some people are so busy. Like me now, I truly feel bad because I have so much more on my plate these days. I don't feel like I'm the best mother, anymore. Like I used to really do well. When my children would get sweets and stuff from school, we would separate it like for the week, put them in Ziploc bags, and you know what you're meant to take for this week and the next week, and they understood it, portion sizes, how many of those you could take. And it was because I had that time to do that. But now I'm not there as much. And so sometimes I'll give them the easiest, quickest thing to eat. Or if they come again, Mom, can we just have that chocolate? And I just need to, yes, we can. But for anyone who can do it, I think, we're saying that when you tell when you put the children on this regimen, you make them so crave for more. Sometimes you're teaching them how to eat healthy. Many times, I will never forget this lady. She had, she was really overweight. And she said it's because she was not taught how to eat healthy. She was just taught, put food in front of me and I'll eat it. We don't have that culture where we teach children that there has to be portions, time to eat, the sort of food to eat at the time that you need to eat it, different things, and in moderation. And when you're eating moderation today, you would not have the issues in the future where you have to be fighting to lose weight or, So
I don't know, the moderation really is.
Moderation is key, especially for children. Start them on moderate meals.
I think I have a caller. Free from Abuja.
Options.
Good morning, are you there?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, you're live. Go ahead, please.
Finally, I was able to get you today. This is my first time, of course.
Welcome to the show. Your name is Free?
Unfortunately, Free. F-R-E-E.
Okay. Nice.
Unfortunately, I don't have a contribution to make. I just called to compliment all of you. You look
So tell us about your name, Free. What's that about?
That's the name I was given.
For real? What part of the country? What part of the country?
Lagos. I live in Lagos.
No, I think what part of, where are you from? Sorry, what part of?
Oh, I'm from Ebonyi State.
Ebonyi State. Oh, Free.
And she's a Nigerian.
Of course she's a Nigerian.
We're trying to understand
The understanding of Free. Okay. Free, what's your surname? May I ask your surname?
Samuel.
So Free Samuel. Oh my God. I love it. Free Samuel. Thank you so much for calling Free Samuel. Okay, nice. Okay.
So I wanted to say that I like the idea of portion control, and that's what most people try to adjust how they eat and go. So for those of us who eat in tiny bits, it's easier to have portion control because you know that when I take it, I'll just wait till I'm hungry again to eat. But you see those people who finish a pot of spaghetti at a sitting, it's very difficult to portion control them. I came from a house where we could boil 2 derica of rice and we eat it all day. It will remain till the next day. Yeah. But when I went to this family, they can finish at a sitting. The sizes of food, I'm like, how do you eat like this? So it's still a problem today on portion control. Yeah. Even when I dish the food, this is okay for you, honey. Like, I know belly full. This is what's happening here, But what I did, because my children now took that side where they really eat. My children will eat good food, swallow soup. They know the names of every soup. Every soup. They eat well. Then they will not add snacks. There are kids that don't like food that much, but they eat snacks. These ones, they eat the two and they eat it well. And I had an issue with my son getting very big, especially when they came back from their trip. So what I did now was to inculcate exercises. So I tell my housekeeper, no second helping for him, especially him. No second helping. Once he finishes his food, he should drink water. He should drop his plate. And then we do exercise. So I now started looking for exercises that he can do. Swimming,
basketball is one.
And all of that.
Let me take this call from Kelechi. He's been holding for a while. Kelechi, are you there?
Yes, Morayo.
Yes, you're live.
Please, I'm going to speak Pidgin.
Oh, go ahead. It's your view, sir.
So that those of us who are not as enlightened as you women would digest my perspectives.
Okay, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
See, yesterday's topic was a topic that is so dear to me, but like I said, you missed it off.
Okay.
That thing that happened in the video is different from the issue you discussed, that a pastor insists that a woman, that couples that are getting married should be brought to them for his approval.
Okay.
Morayo, see, let me tell you something. Let me talk as an Igbo man. Igbo culture says that under no circumstance will a man kneel down before his wife. It's not done because you're undermining your position as a man, as the head of the family. That is what the culture stipulates. Okay? But because of Western influence, ever since Christianity has introduced into Igbo land, Christianity has succeeded in relegating Igbo culture to the background. So we have stuck to Western culture. That's why you see women, as I see our women, I see our men going to kneel down to propose to their wife. It is not done. Like one of your ladies said, if that thing had happened in the western part maybe it would have gotten some approval. Okay, but that aside, Mariah say a woman I want marry. You understand? The pastor insisted that courtship after 6 months should be terminated. That is what the pastor said. And do you know something? Everybody in that church is afraid of this pastor. Even the parents of this girl. It's so annoying, I'm telling you. I met this girl 2017. After 6 months, this girl started telling me that he's going away. Because the pastor because I was not ready after 6 months. Do you know that this girl said that this girl was threatening the relationship with what the pastor said about this courtship in the book he published, that after 6 months it is going to be over. She gave me that book to read. I said, is that okay? After reading, I said, is this why this girl is behaving this way? Do you know one of these days I visited this girl on the road though? On the road. I wanted to I tell her, give me a goodbye hug. Do you know what she said? That she cannot do that because the pastor may be crossing. And when she sees her, she will say, who is this person? And when she said, if she tells the pastor that is a man that wants to get married to me, the pastor will be angry. Say, why haven't you brought him to me? You understand? I was so surprised. I kept quiet. I no talk. So this thing kept going. You understand? So so many things have happened. The parents are the father is there. The parents, the mother goes to the church.
Thank you very much, Kelechi. Interesting angle.
Different
perspective. Thank you very much for that.
That's why yesterday, we're talking about maturity.
Yeah.
You need to be mature enough first, before you go into these things, so that you can make some decisions for yourself. And then emotional intelligence.
As in, that's just, even for the meal discussion, for dieting discussion, sometimes you will pipe down.
Yes.
Just because you sense that things are getting heated in your marriage.
Yes. But the intention is noble from the pastor's side. Saying, like, listen, keep after 6 months, because after 6 months, they don't waste time.
Yeah, you become Lord of the Rings. But 6 years, 7 years, 8 years. So if a man does not have an intention or is not ready, why do you want to hook up with this woman and keep her till you're ready? So there are some people that can't get away with it. As a young person, you're just finishing school.
Good,
you still have time to find yourself, get a job and all that. You can get away with it. But a woman who is dating from 35, you now, after 6 months, you're not saying anything. So why are we there? Because what happens is when they are there, Christianity says do not defile the bed before you start. After 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, what do you think they're doing? Singing praise and worship when they visit? No, things happen. So the pastor is trying to save everybody's head. When you're ready,
let me take this call from Toby. Good morning, Toby. Are you there?
Hi, ladies. Good morning.
Morning.
BC, you're cracking my head this morning with this your attire.
Thank you.
Right. Okay. So I just wanted to crack you guys up a little. So on this food issue we're talking about, this diet issue. So I have an in-law, a brother-in-law, whose wife went from being normal like me, like I like my chicken, meat, and everything, moved on to I'm a vegetarian, and then moved on to being vegan. Now, the whole family is vegan. Wow. So the time my mother-in-law visited them, and, I didn't know at that time that they were vegan. So I went there to see her later, with the hope of asking her to come over to my place. So we went there, I didn't even take water because I'd eaten before I left. So, they offered me everything, and I said no. But on getting to our own house with my mom,
oh, man.
Nice. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Mommy goes, see, the hunger will don't kill me for the past 3 days. I beg, give me better food. You understand? Because they are subjected to a given world. And do you know what? My brother-in-law himself, you know what, we're in their house, they are bigger. When he comes to my house, he will say, please, we have chicken. Do you have pounded yam? You will eat everything. You will clean his mouth, rinse his mouth, use mouthwash, and go back home and go and continue to get.
I hope they will not know that. They will watch this show.
Do your vegan or whatever you want to do, but don't subject the entire family.
Yes.
Let people do what they want to do. You know, that's my contribution.
Fantastic, Toby. That's interesting, but it's a learning curve for Mariam because our husband is already stealing, hiding, seasoning. But I just come to business house, people, please give me food that has food that has seasoning cubes. Please put it inside. So we should try to carry everybody along and show them. They might actually be doing it behind your back.
Yeah, I think it should be more open. It should be more open. So probably this woman that is here hasn't been open. So the man is trying to keep the family.
Just like our article, this man really wanted to be supportive. He said, when he started, it was cute, it was nice, we all agreed, we all, you know, after a while.
Something that just dropped. Sorry, you wanted to go? Okay. Something that just dropped. You know, sometimes we think this is the right way. And because you are the woman of the house, let everybody just adjust.
Yes.
This is how it's going to be from now on. And the man understands that for there to be peace, he has to just play along. So from time to time, let's ask our family members questions. Is there anything I'm doing that you don't like? We may hear the truth and be ready for the truth. Because you could come out, you could be there for years in your mind. Everybody complies in my house. This is how we are going. And
but when they go out,
they're looking at you. When you're out, they do what they need to do. So I don't want to raise everything. You know, have family members around.
You know, I can't
tell
I banned cola in my house. Like kids, you're not allowed because it makes you hyper. My kids are already naturally hyper. So it's never allowed. So at parties, I'm always monitoring and watching them. You can take any other thing but cola. So they got so used to not taking cola. But of course, grandma will come. Grandma loves cola. Cold one as that. So she'll give it to them. They'll say, Mommy, no, Mommy doesn't allow us to take it. But after a while, I started feeling bad because they really wanted to taste this thing because their friends are drinking. They really wanted. So I had to succumb to that. I said, okay, when you get 10 years old, only Elizabeth is allowed to drink it. The others are not. So they're with when they're 10 years old. And they will drink cola. But now she drinks. And she feels like an adult. Like, oh, yeah, I can drink cola. You guys are not. You know? So I try to make that compromise.
I like that. And even for my children, there's some things they'll say, no, we're not allowed. Ima, my daughter, is likely to go outside and keep to the plan. My son is like, woof, we're out. Let's do this. I like it. There are different people. You just understand that there are different personalities.
Yeah.
But I think it's important that we have the healthy habit. We have it as a foundation. And I know.
So let's talk about healthy habits. What is healthy habits?
And I notice that people who live that way, children who are raised that way, even when they go out and have that craving and everything, they still go back to what they are used to and what is healthy. Nobody sees a healthy person living a healthy lifestyle and thinks that's a bad thing. You know? But they want to do it, but they want it to be in a way that is sustainable.
Yeah, I'd like to.
It's sustainable. So healthy living, we're just talking. Okay,
now you have a call. Let me come down. Come back to you. Bright, are you there?
Hi guys. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning.
How you guys doing?
Very well. Go ahead, please.
My name is Bright. I'm calling from.
Yes.
I think we all need to check our background, where we're coming from. And sometimes, like one of you said, there some people from where they come from, and they can't imagine getting to a place where getting married to a wife who doesn't understand that big. For somebody like me, I grew up in a place like that. But then, as I was getting older, even in my house, the level of the food I eat, I tell my wife how small I want it to be. There's a certain place we eat when we go out to eat in town. I tell the food a small portion. And even colleagues of mine, everybody in my office complain. I take just a little.
Oh, did you get what?
I think he was talking about food portions that you mentioned. Some people have different ways of eating. And but we didn't hear the rest.
It was very helpful.
So we're talking about healthy habits. So it's just eating. First of all, with children, I always say don't put your children on a very strict diet if they are not already working out and just eating healthy options. Fruits and vegetables good for your children. when it's time to eat. You have meal times. You can't keep eating throughout the day. You know, you must have a time when you sit down and you eat. I know there are some people that say, oh, that's how they eat, little by little. But children should have times that we have meal times. This is when we sit down, we have our meal, we have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then you can have sweets and chocolates in moderation. So it's, and I know that there used to be a time where parents used to do this. Okay, when you finish your food, that's the healthy, nutrient-dense food that you need to grow and develop, then you can have some ice cream. Then you can have, you know, and so the children put that, and before you know, you have a child that understands that there are meal times and then there are healthy options to eat. Then exercise. A lot of us right now, especially in Lagos, I noticed because of traffic, I guess, and things like that, we're at home, we're in front of the TV, our children are playing games, they're not exercising. So different ways to get your children exercising. For us growing up, we'll just play outside. You have gare, yes, and just do gare, you know, anything. And that was exercise. So you don't have to make exercise like, this is the time for workout. You can say, let's run in the compound. You guys, let's take a walk and let's go and gist, you know, things like that.
I just noticed, something just dropped in my right now. My help is one that dishes my kids' food. And you know, when she cooks sometimes, for that feeling of, okay, I cooked and my people are eating. So she gives them huge portions, heaps and heaps. Okay, can you finish it? They'll finish it. They'll finish it. I'm like, this is too much for a child. So I think what I'm getting from you is that I also have to pay attention to the portion. Don't let my kids get used to this big eba. They give them this huge eba. And that's it. So I'm thinking, you know, you guys got it.
I wanted to just touching on the healthy living. My kids are not even really eating.
Enough foodies.
So I have to compel them and cajole them into eating. However, I think that we should explain to them why we're telling them not to eat what they are not eating. Because many times, many parents just give children instructions thinking, don't eat it, we don't eat it. But if we take the time, and it's painstaking because many parents are busy, to help the child to understand why you are not having any more cake today. You've had enough, your stomach would pain you, you might end up vomiting, or you'll be uncomfortable, so no more. You know, so like they understand, okay, we've taken a portion. Mommy can only give us one portion. So what do we choose? I make them choose. Do you want drink or cake? You choose one. Do you want biscuit or this one? You choose one. So at every point in time, you know that I am the one making the choice of what I want to make and all of that.
Let me take this call from Jigawa State. Good morning, Buba. Hello, are you there, Buba? Buba. Good morning. Good morning. You're live. Go ahead, please.
Okay, good morning, ladies. I want to look at this topic from another angle.
Yes.
From this angle of childbirth, choosing specific food to eat. I'll give an example with my dad. Right from childbirth, he has been eating only yam and beans. That has been his meal from child. He's close to 90 now, and that is his only meal. When my mom got married to him newly, she tried to spicy his food, you know, change his diet. But she could not do that. In fact, she said to a point that he was even vomiting while trying to change his meal. That the mom had to tell her if she does not want to accept him the way he is, she should just pack and go. So she had to make that sacrifice of allowing him eat the kind of food he grew up with, and that has been yam and beans. So let's look at this from this angle of, you know, something
is he healthy?
Came up with from childbirth and stick to that particular diet of food without changing his meal. And I tell you, he is as healthy as he is, very healthy. My dad can work in the farm. He's close to 90 years now. He can work in the farm from morning till night. And his diet has just been beans and yam from anyhow, just beans and yam. You eat your rice, you eat your good food.
Thank you. Thank you, Uba. Thank you very much. So we're bringing down this conversation now because we're wrapping it up. Because the conversation started from a man complaining that his wife has told the entire family, and now he's frustrated because his children now are not allowed to have that liberty to eat what they want to eat. So what advice, therefore, let's begin to wrap up the conversation. What should he do? Because he also accepts that, yes, healthy eating is nice, but I also want to eat normal food. So that's what you started telling us. What is normal food?
What is it?
Is eba still okay?
Yeah.
Is more than the amala, all the other stuff.
Foods.
Are those things? Yes.
Good. Let me add that we have different body types. And, you know, when we talk about food, we don't pay attention to those body types.
Yeah.
There are certain body types that are suitable for plant-based meals. Nuts, you know, legumes and all that. It works with your blood. It just goes. You don't have gut problems. You don't have purging problems. And when you deviate from that body type, no, so these are for adults now, you see that you begin to have stomach issues. These people that eat, like the ones that eat too much in the house, and, you know, they always have stomach issues. They're always running to the toilet. They always, and every time I try to eat like them, I have those issues. It even happens to me on set, and my stomach. So you have to find what works. Our guts speak to us, but we don't pay attention. We don't listen. Our body talks to us. So pay attention to your body and understand what works for you. When you put any meal into your body, and your body is reacting a certain way, and you do it again, and your body is reacting a certain way, you should know this is not for me, and you cut it out. I wanted to add that there are some children now, that they don't eat. They are naturally not wired to eat at that certain age, and I was one of those kids. So parents now try to compensate with some of these snacks. Just put something in your stomach, because the child is not hungry. It's not as if the child is fainting. The child is not hungry. And I know that when your son comes to visit, I have to force him to eat. Because he can be in the room all day and I'm not hungry. Come downstairs, I'm not hungry. My friend, come downstairs and come and eat, you know. So for those sort of children, that's not the time to be putting strict regimen and strict diets for them. Give them something to keep their feel running so that they can eat. And when it gets to the age where they are now eating, you can begin to balance that. So I think the point here is, do what works for you and your family.
Yeah, and just in response to what can you do as a family when you find yourself in this situation, let's do a timetable. Let's do a meal plan. Okay, this is what I think we should eat. We can all eat together. But this is what I need to eat specifically because of my own specific health needs.
Exactly.
Not everyone has the same health needs per time.
Yeah, we do.
So if you're trying to lose weight, I'm not trying to lose weight because I'm good, you know. So sometimes we apply healthy options and healthy diets to
the wrong people,
so we apply it when you have an issue. So that's what people need to understand. When sometimes you go on these strict diets, it's because you're trying to solve something. Yeah. But when you're just trying to maintain a healthy, regular lifestyle, then you can sit down and say, can we have a family menu? Yeah. And when you include everyone, they also help you. Yeah. I have times when I want to eat something, my children will be like, Mommy, how come you're eating that? You know, and they remind you, Mom, remember you said you were going to do this, because even for them, we listen to them and we don't make it about you must do as I say.
We have to wrap up. Final talk.
Final word is what is healthy is I feel is natural. As much as possible, stick with what is natural, reduce what is processed, and everybody would feel a bit, and then let it be tasty. You know, if you're going to,
spice it up.
Yes, it needs to taste good. It needs to be as natural as possible, and you must listen to people. If they are squeezing face when they are eating the food, check.
Don't give them again.
Yes.
Okay, that's all we can take on the show. It was a nice feel-good Friday type of topic. You know, I think a lot of people connected with the story. So don't forget, you can watch the 8 p.m. match. The Nigerian Super Eagles against the Black Stars of Ghana. They'll be playing on TVC 8 p.m. tonight. Don't miss that match. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday. Bye for now.